Hello everyone, welcome to our live session on Life Simplified. First of all, I would like to wish everyone a very happy Independence Day, and to all the pranic healers who have been watching, a very happy Founders Day. Today is the birthday of Grandmaster Chokok Sui, and it's a special day for all of us. And today is a great day when he was born, and we all celebrate this by meditating together. So, a very happy Independence Day to all the Indians, and also a very happy Founders Day to all pranic healers. So let's begin with today's topic, and today we are going to talk about another beautiful quote of Master, and where he says that do not dry up, continue to live and continue to love. And this is just a beautiful quote by Master. Now, when I was just reading this, so just sharing my insights, and that is what we're going to do today. We'll just have a short session. We'll just share our insights, and maybe you can also share yours. So जब आप सुनते हैं, जब हम लोग ये quote पढ़ते हैं, the first line it says that do not dry up. Now, what is the meaning of dry up? Dry up का क्या मतलब होता है? Now, अक्सर आप देखेंगे कि हमारे in our life, whenever we go through any situation, कोई negative situation or any situation which is against our wish or against our will or against the plans that we made, या बहुत सारी ऐसी चीजें होती है जो हमारे हिसाब से नहीं होती है. So अक्सर क्या होता है कि या हम लोग अंदर के अंदर we start making our life very dry. Now, one vision, so when you just visualize a dry life, what comes to your mind? Absence of happiness, absence of joy in the little things that we do will make us feel dried out inside. Sometimes we are doing great things. We are earning money for our family. We are taking care of our children. We are also maybe doing some great spiritual work, great spiritual practices. लेकिन अगर हम लोग किसी भी moment पर या किसी भी phase में, if we forget to enjoy the little things, it will have internally, you will actually feel dried up inside. Feeling dried up inside means absence of joy, just feeling कि कोई joy नहीं है, बस हम लोग mechanically सब काम करते जा रहे हैं, technically सब काम करते जा रहे हैं, success भी आ रहा है. So, things just become very mechanical. That is the meaning of drying up, where you're doing things, but doing things with very less motivation or very less inspiration, or you're just doing it because you're supposed to do it. Many times parenting also becomes like that. बहुत लोग parenting, पहले हम लोग चाहते कि नहीं मेरा एक बेबी होना चाहिए, मेरा I want to become a parent or I want to get married or I want to have a family. But जब family हो जाती है, फिर हम लोग उसे enjoy करना भूल जाते हैं. So it is very important that we enjoy. And how can we really enjoy? So the idea is to really remember and constantly remind us not to stop enjoying the little joys of life. Now, what do we mean by little joys of life? जैसे it is also okay to have that little kid inside us so that we enjoy, like छोटा सा चीज. Many of us may be assuming that we are meditators. हम लोग में से काफी लोग meditation करते होंगे regularly. तो जब हम लोग नया नया meditation शुरू करते हैं, there is a lot of excitement, there is a lot of enthusiasm, there is a lot of joy when we do the meditation initially. फिर धीरे धीरे क्या लगता है कि हाँ meditation कर रहे हैं, हाँ कर रहे हैं, इतना बजे कर रहे हैं, इतना बजे खत्म कर रहे हैं. So the moment things become mechanical, it doesn't energize us very well. It has a drying effect inside. Why? Because we are not putting our enthusiasm, our excitement, our joy into that particular activity. It could be anything, like I give an example of meditation. So if you're doing like mechanical meditations, so you will often see after a while the meditations will not have a wow effect on your system. So then we could find out ways. I'm talking about myself. There was a phase in my life where I was finding meditations very mechanical. मतलब लग रहा था हाँ बस रोज कर ही तो रहे हैं. It's like, okay, it's sometimes when things become part of your routine, they sometimes also tend to become mechanical. So there was a phase in my life where it kind of became mechanical. So I thought, no, I need to bring some joy. So then what I tried doing is I would find different, just for my own excitement, maybe I started finding different locations to meditate. Sometimes I would meditate on our terrace, sometimes I would go to the park and meditate. I would try to do things so that I rekindle that excitement, that joy for a simple meditation practice. The meditation is the same, and I know internally कि meditation मेरे लिए important है और मुझे meditation करना भी है. It is important, करना है, सब चीज पता है, but how to build that excitement, उसकी मेहनत तो हम लोग को खुद को करनी पड़ेगी for ourselves. So this was one example of how we can make or how we can bring that excitement even into our meditation. So I'm just sharing my personal things. So at times when I would go for holidays also, I would make sure that I meditate by the beach. So that actually brought my motivation and my excitement back to the meditations, and then it actually brought more excitement and more deep experiences in the meditation. Otherwise there was a phase where I was finding it extremely mechanical. So this is one example. Another example which we could see is जैसे हम लोग में से obviously बहुत सारे लोग business कर रहे हैं, ऑफिस संभाल रहे हैं, हम लोग की जो भी हम लोग एक पैशन के साथ बिजनेस शुरू करते हैं. बट देन व्हाट हैपेंस आफ्टर 5 years, व्हाट हैपेंस आफ्टर 10 years? बहुत बार होता है कि हम लोग जो भी बिजनेस कर रहे हैं, जो भी हम लोग का वे ऑफ, जो भी हमारी लाइफस्टाइल्स है जिससे हम लोग या हमारा लाइवलीहुड है, अगर आफ्टर अ वाइल ऐसा होने लगता है कि उसके अंदर हमारा इंटरेस्ट थोड़ा सा कम होता जा रहा है, तो अगर इंटरेस्ट कम होता जा रहा है तो उसमें इंटरेस्ट फिर से लाएगा कौन? हम लोग खुद. सो वी नीड टू समटाइम्स फाइंड क्रिएटिव वेज टू रिकिंडल दैट जॉय, टू रिकिंडल दैट इंटरेस्ट. बहुत बार ऐसे होता है कि अगर बिजनेस में सपोज आप इंटरेस्ट लूज कर रहे हैं, find out creative ways of how can I make my every day I'm going to office, coming back, are we going to be like those mechanical robots doing it every day, or can we make it little exciting? How can we make it exciting? तो हर इंसान का नेचर अलग होता है, हर इंसान का बिहेवियर अलग होता है. You can make it exciting for yourself. But what I want to highlight in this session today is try to give importance to this aspect, क्योंकि कभी कभी life becomes very very dried up simply out of a consistent routine. Like last session we spoke about schedule, and the flip side of many people who are good at scheduling, but with the scheduling we also need to make sure that the energy is fresh and the energy doesn't get mechanical. Of course putting things in a schedule, it can get mechanical, but उसके अंदर joy लाना बहुत important है, excitement लाना important है, enthusiasm लाना बहुत important है. So I have seen one of my co-workers, he would when office जा रहा आ रहा, sometimes things again becomes mechanical. So there was a time when he started going to office on a bicycle, and that actually became so exciting. Wow, I'm going to office today on a bicycle. It's a very small thing. It's a very small thing, but these small things can actually bring a lot of joy into our life. सुनने में ये बहुत ही छोटा लगता है, simple लगता है, और लगता है कि are we really looking for this? But actually, for that joy within, we need to start enjoying the little things of life. Little things of life. We need to start giving more weight to the small joys and actually doing small things. Sometimes we look for big things for happiness. और वो जब big thing achieve हो जाती है, तो हम लोग जो छोटी छोटी चीज़ों की happiness है, उसे भूल जाते हैं. उसे really भूल जाते हैं. And one of the good ways to learn it is by looking at children. आप अगर बच्चों को देखेंगे, they have the capacity to feel happy and excited about small things also. And personally I feel कि छोटी छोटी चीज़ों का कुछ छोटा excitement, कुछ छोटा enthusiasm, उससे हम लोग अंदर से dry up नहीं होंगे. It is good to have ambitions, it is good to have goals, it is good to have targets, but when things don't go our way, we actually get stuck कि मुझे ये जब तक नहीं मिलेगा हम हैप्पी नहीं होंगे, या हम लोग अंदर से सैड हो जाते हैं, ड्राई अप हो जाते हैं, just because we are stuck with one small thing. So how about, let's go to the practical part. How about today, make a list of at least 3 to 4 things that can bring that joy back into your life. It should be something out of the box, not the same thing which you've been doing, and it should be something very small. Once we had a discussion like this with one of the class, and there was one girl who shared in that class that going on when it is raining. I have a dream that when it is raining, I want to just go on a bike, ride on a bike in the rains. And when she did that, she actually felt very very joyous, excited about life. सो हम लोग सबकी एक इमोशनल बॉडी होती है, और उस इमोशनल बॉडी में जॉय लाने के लिए, हैप्पीनेस लाने के लिए, सो दैट इट डजंट ड्राई अप, वी ऑल्सो नीड टू गिव अटेंशन टू स्मॉल लिटिल जॉयस, small little joys. So I would like to name, most of you are seeing Ayush on Life Simplified. So I've seen him just because he's very good at this also. So I would like to quote him. For him, if he is sad or if he would actually think, or just he loves food. So because he loves food, he will actually think like a plate full of different types of food just to feel joyous. So sometimes when I see him do that, I obviously tell him, you need to regulate. But still, the idea is small things can make us feel joyous and not let us dry up within. So I want all of you, after the session today, or maybe during the session, think about 3 to 5 things that can make you feel excited again, joyous again, whenever you feel dried up. हम लोग नहीं तो काम करते करते, मेहनत करते करते इतना ज़्यादा लाइफ को सीरियसली लेने लगते हैं, इतना ज़्यादा लाइफ को एक बर्डन की तरह लेने लगते हैं, that even if you achieve the targets, people fail to enjoy that target. People even fail to celebrate that target. छोटे छोटे targets को भी आप celebrate कर सकते हैं. And normally I've seen this happens to people who are achieving big things in life. क्योंकि क्या होता है कि जब बड़ी चीज़ों से हैप्पीनेस मिलने लगती है, कभी कभी छोटी चीज़ों को हम लोग अंडर एस्टिमेट करते हैं, अंडर भी कर सकते हैं. Celebrate small success. So just sharing some examples. So sometimes you can sit together with your family. If you're playing games, I'm sure this is happening a lot because of the lockdown. So if you're playing some games with your family and you won that game, and then treat your family, take them out, do something. Just celebrating the success of even winning a small game, or winning or having a nice evening. So let's get creative and find out at least 3 to 5 ways of where you can just let loose, just release all the serious energies at times. Because ये जो serious energy होती है, वो हम लोग को अंदर से कभी कभी ड्राई कर देती है, या कभी कभी सूखा कर देती है, अपने को अंदर से एग्जॉस्ट कर देती है. So give attention to even small joys. So I want all of you to share in the comment box, what do you do to rekindle that joy within? What do you do? Like for me, sometimes when I'm feeling dried up or I'm feeling internally fatigued, just going alone for a drive with a good music makes me feel so excited, and it helps me bring back that joy within. I gave Ayush's example. For him, if he's dried up, maybe just a good platter of food or going to having something great like that will make him feel the joy again. So हम लोग सबके लाइफ में कुछ ऐसी छोटी छोटी चीजें होनी चाहिए, I feel, which can make us feel excited. And how can we bring that? This we cannot depend on somebody else. After a while, ये सब चीज को फिर से अपने अंदर अवेकन करने के लिए हम लोग किसी और के ऊपर डिपेंडेंट नहीं हो सकते. We have to do it for ourselves. We cannot keep relying on somebody else to make us happy, to bring the joy back. बहुत बार लोग बोलते हैं कि हाँ हम काम कर रहे हैं, पैसा भी कमा रहे हैं, लेकिन लाइफ में मज़ा नहीं आ रहा है. So how can you do that? Are you getting bored very easily by working 3 years, 4 years, 5 years towards a project, and then you feel dried out? How can you rekindle that? So I want you to think on these lines and maybe understand yourself, study yourself, reflect on yourself, of how can you keep your joy or your spirit of happiness also alive. दुखी होने के लिए बहुत सारी चीजें हैं, लेकिन खुश होने के लिए भी बहुत सारी चीजें हैं हमारे आसपास में. Let's break this unnecessary thought कि बड़ी चीजों से ही हम लोग को happiness मिलती है. Small things can also make us happy. What are those small little things? What are those little joys of life? I'm looking forward to see in the comment box lots of variety of ways that make different people happy. Different people happy for different things. And you will also realize it doesn't cost money, by the way. It doesn't cost too much time also, by the way. It can just be something very simple and very sweet which can just make you get back to your own inner sweetness, which can just bring your trigger back to your own inner happiness, your inner joy. So let us all have that little space in our life where anytime we get fatigued or anytime we kind of feel ki we are feeling demotivated with life, we are living life like a dry wood, how can we bring that freshness back? Okay, so you can do anything. You find out your own way and let us share that. I shared a couple of things which I do for myself. Anything, it can be anything. Like for many women I've seen, if they're feeling dried up, they just go out for shopping. That can be an expensive affair, but yes, people do that also, which is okay. Don't feel guilty about it. Do it. And if it is needed to keep yourself internally happy, do it. Of course, have a budget, but still do it. No problem. So sometimes let's not take life so seriously. Let's maintain the lightness, the freshness, and the joy element, the joy ingredient in us. So before we close and at the end, I would like to, there is one affirmation or one line given in one of Grandmaster Chokoku's books, and there he puts this line, this affirmation which you like, you can affirm, where he says, I am enjoying every moment of my life. Yeah. Isn't it an amazing statement to say? I am means I the soul. I am enjoying every moment of my life. So if you like, you can do that. I'm reading the comments. Somebody has put, you watch humorous movies. Yes, humorous movies, play cards. Fantastic. Some people like to cook food, or some people would like to take your dog on the walk. Yeah, these are nice things. We need to laugh. We need to laugh. We need to smile. We need to feel light inside. तो ये जो हैवीनेस है, स्ट्रेस है, सारी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज का, इसको हम लोग बहुत आसानी से कैरी कर पाएंगे अगर हम लोग अंदर से फ्रेश रहेंगे. ओके, सो it is very important that we drop sometimes being too serious in life, being too stuck and feeling very burdened and feeling very fatigued with the shouldering of responsibilities. I've seen people, even when they are laughing, they feel कि अरे हम कैसे इतना लाइट हो सकते हैं, कैसे इतना हंस सकते हैं, कैसे इतने खुश हो सकते हैं, मेरे ऊपर तो इतनी responsibilities. So constantly meditating and living with this burden, oh my God, I have so many responsibilities, I have so much to do. In fact, we will become better at handling responsibilities. We will become better at achieving more success, especially if we have this ingredient of joy in us. And this ingredient of joy actually transforms us from being dry to being fresh. इसलिए आप देखेंगे बच्चे हमेशा fresh लगते हैं. Why? Because they know how to maintain their joy. You don't give them a toy, they feel sad, they pick up something else, they know how to maintain it. इसीलिए they look fresh all the time. They don't look dried up or wrinkled. They look fresh. Their energy is fresh. That is what we're talking about. So how can we bring that freshness? By the way, we were all children one day and we all had that joy in us. Where did it fade away? हम लोग सब भी तो बच्चे थे और हमारे सबके अंदर भी वो ingredient था, लेकिन वो चला कहाँ गया? We need to bring it back. So let's retain the maturity that we gain with the years that we live on earth. At the same time, let's retain the joy which we had as a kid and also enjoy. It's okay. And one of the attitudes I feel which we really need to have to retain the joy is to forgive ourselves. कभी कभी हम लोग कुछ लोगों का कॉन्शियसनेस क्या होता है, एक गलती नहीं कर लिया, माय गॉड, अपने आप को इतना खराब इंसान समझने लगते हैं कि आगे की जिंदगी जीना ही बंद कर देते हैं. So it's okay, आपने गलती कर दी, take it lightly, provided you don't repeat it. इतना भी लाइट मत लीजिए कि आप उसे बार बार रिपीट करते जा रहे हैं, बट इतना भी सीरियसली मत लीजिए कि आप जीना ही छोड़ दिए. वो गलती को इतना अपने अंदर में अपने चेस्ट पर रख करके आप इतना बर्डन फील कर रहे हैं कि you stop living after that. You know, I knew one lady, I was counseling her, she had attended a soul class with me. She was a 50-year-old lady. And at the age of approximately 30 or 35, she had an abortion. मतलब उसने, she didn't want a baby and then she had to get herself, she had to get the baby aborted. जो भी circumstances थे, उसको वो करना पड़ा और उसने वो किया भी, बट लेटर ऑन शी रियलाइज कि उसने ये गलती कर दी, उसको ऐसा नहीं करना चाहिए था. This she realized at the age of somewhere 40 कि no, this is negative energy, ये negative karma मेरे से generate हो गया है. And from the age of 40 to 50 she almost fell into depression, stopped living life. अगर हमारे से गलती हो भी गई है, forgive yourself, don't do it again, generate good karma, serve people, help people, ask for forgiveness from God and move on. Move on, my friends. Don't get stuck. एक ये बहुत बड़ा एक थॉट भी होता है कि ओ माय गॉड, हमको एक इंटेंस हमेशा एक इंटेंस मूड में जीना है. जरूरी नहीं है कि सक्सेस के लिए वो चाहिए. इनफैक्ट द लाइटर यू आर, मोर इंट्यूशन कम्स डाउन, मोर सक्सेस विल कम टू यू. सो लाफ एट योर मिस्टेक्स. इट्स ओके, आपसे गलती हो गई, बट आर यू गोइंग टू वेस्ट आगे के 10-20 साल भी आप उसी गलती पे वेस्ट करने वाले हैं, और विल यू ड्रॉप इट ऑफ? Promise to yourself that I shall not repeat, and then move on with life. Right? Similarly, बहुत सारे पास्ट में जो हमारी खुद की गलतियां हैं, उसको आप वो चेक करिए. Are that holding you from being joyous? When did you laugh like a kid? When did you let loose like a kid? When could you feel free within? So question this, ask yourself this, and we don't have a choice, but we have to find our own way out of making sure that we don't dry up. So let's continue to enjoy. Know what you enjoy. जिंदगी में क्राइसिस आते रहेंगे, सर्कमस्टांसेस आते रहेंगे, but that should not stop us from being happy. Alright? So, but हर इंसान को हैप्पीनेस अलग अलग चीज़ों से आती है. तो you find out कि आपको हैप्पीनेस क्या चीज़ से आती है. And if you're not being able to find out, then you desperately need to find out, because that means you have forgotten. आप अपने आप को ही भूल गए हैं. आप अपने आप को ही नहीं समझ पा रहे हैं कि क्या चीज़ से आपको हैप्पीनेस मिलेगी. अगर आपको खुद ही नहीं पता है कि ये चीज़ से मैं something, there should be some moment, some ways in your life where you feel that wow, life is great, life is beautiful, and you feel motivated again, and you feel like laughing a lot. So little humor, little laughter, little ways. If you don't have anything, watch comedy movies, if nothing else. Read comic books, if nothing else. But let's not dry out. Let's bring the fresh energy back again, and then you will feel how motivated you will feel to lead the next few years of life. Alright? So, wishing all of you independence from this fatigue. Let's get independence from, let's not depend on goals, too many goals at times, targets, responsibilities, burdens. ये सब तो चलते रहेंगे, but at the same moment, how can we balance it out with freshness, with lightness, with laughter, with humor, and with the releasing of all this nonsense which stays in our system and which stops us from even laughing. I've seen people at times, they say कि हम लोग अरे आज इतने महीनों बाद हम इतना खुल के हंसे हैं. Why? Why can't we just be happy at times? Why can't we find out ways? और अगर इतना बुरा हाल है हम लोग का, we definitely need something. We need to heal ourselves within. Alright? So with this, I would like to close the session for today. So thank you very much for joining in. So friends, before we close, let's share more ways. हो सकता है कि जो आप चैट में कोई आपका जो तरीका है, आपका जो वापस लाने का, वो पढ़ करके it might give an idea to someone who is not feeling joyous inside and is feeling dried up inside. So do share. Let's help each other. Let's motivate each other. And let's drop our flaws at times. Let's not meditate on that too much. Let's drop our mistakes that we might have done. Let's drop the grudges. And let's have some moment in our life, some space in our mind, in our hearts, and some time in our life where we just let loose. Let loose and enjoy and laugh and just feel happy inside without any reason at times. Okay? So thank you very much. Atma Namaste and have a great day today. And we have a global event at 6:30 p.m. on globalpranichealing.com. You can join us for a group meditation in that. And if you're feeling bored of meditation, find out a different way of how you can make it exciting for yourself. Alright? So thank you very much. Atma Namaste.